This group of sailors is getting ready to head out on a reconnaissance mission. They've received intelligence of a ship that may be carrying illegal drugs. We're on the American warship USS Thatch, which patrols the Pacific coast off Colombia. The information is confirmed and the ship is on high alert. Sailors and Coast Guard set off in an inflatable dinghy. They don't manage to catch the smugglers this time, but they do find 3 sacks of cocaine thrown into the sea to speed up the criminals' getaway, weighing around 70 kilograms.
They use a small pangas, what we call them, or go-fast vessels that have 1 or 2 engines. They're able to carry small loads of drugs up to close around 1,000 kilograms, and they shoot those from Colombia or Ecuador up to Panama using littoral routes closer to the shore.
This ship is part of Operation Martillo, launched in January 2012. It's one of the US's most ambitious attempts yet to fight drug trafficking. Last year, 200 tons of cocaine were seized at sea. Not all these boats are drug smugglers, though. A search of these Ecuadorian fishermen found nothing but shellfish.
Well, the vast majority of the boats that we check are perfectly legitimate. We're out there collecting intel, collecting names of ships, people that are associated, goes into a big database, and maybe that's used later on by another vessel when they board someone else.
In this cat-and-mouse game, good intelligence is essential for the US Navy to find traffickers in the vast expanse of the Pacific. But the traffickers find ways to avoid surveillance, and keeping up doesn't come cheap for Washington. The US spent $5.7 billion globally on anti-drug operations in 2012. Central America is the key to this. Most cocaine now travels from its source in Colombia and Ecuador to the US via the Pacific.
From our studies, we have about 80% of the drug runners occur in the littoral areas from South America to Central America. So we try to stem that and help to mitigate and to diminish the transportation via the sea routes.
But the military approach to fighting the drug trade also has its detractors. Last year, 2 operations involving US forces were blamed for causing civilian casualties in Honduras.
You can't focus solely on the military point of view. If there's anything that the United States should have learned over the course of the past decade, it's that the fundamental response to the threat from transnational crime and the drug cartels has to be strengthening civilian law enforcement institutions.
But the US's biggest concern is the cost of fighting drug trafficking. Drastic budget cuts being forced on Washington could spell the end of Operation Martillo.